preparation for the PlayStation 4 release. Midnight release again. It is just after 11 o'clock. I'm just driving into town now to go and pick up my PlayStation 4. I suppose just very quickly about what I'm expecting for the PlayStation 4. Well, if I'm to believe all the hype around what the PlayStation 4 is capable of, and based on what I can only really reiterate as being an absolute positive experience in the Xbox One, if the PlayStation 4 is supposed to be more powerful than the Xbox One, and the games are supposed to be that much better, even though there isn't much of much evidence about that at the moment, other than a few instances of multi-platform games where the resolution's been higher on the PlayStation 4. This should be pretty exciting, really, as regards to a console, or the potential of the console. Look, I'm staying fairly open-minded with the whole Xbox One versus PlayStation 4 argument, because it's in reality, it's a bit of a moot point, really. I feel certainly after seeing the Xbox One, because the experience I've had so far on that console with regards to the games, and I've only played a couple of games in it. I've only played a couple of games. I've got one game that I haven't opened yet. I've tried, but the two that I've played are pretty outstanding, really. Both from a gameplay perspective and also the presentation perspective. So, if the PlayStation 4's better than what the Xbox One's given me, then this is going to be an absolutely awesome console. Which, at the end of the day, I don't actually give a shit which one actually ends up being best. I'm in a lucky position where I can get both of them, so it actually makes no odds to me in reality. And of course, what actually happens, what actually pans out with regards to the games themselves and how the consoles are developed for, might be totally different than what is around from day one, and it will be. Things will progress. So it's all in all, I think it's really exciting, certainly for the consumer, the customer side of things. So let's see what this PlayStation 4 is all about. I'll report back soon. It is now 12:25. I've just picked up the PlayStation 4 from the why can't I ever say midnight properly? What is it with the word midnight? Anyway, it's yes, I've just been to the midnight launch, the PlayStation 4 midnight launch. I'm going to get this out of the way before I spill the rest of the festivities this morning as regards to unboxing and having a look to see what this PlayStation 4 is all about. I've been a bit stiffed really by game, which is based on the previous experiences I've had around the launch stuff, certainly to do with Xbox One. This isn't the first time. I'm a bit pissed, I've got to be honest, but it was my choice. I could have just walked out of the shop, but anyway, basically what happened is walked into game. I'd already pre-ordered the console to pick it up tonight, obviously. And now the pack that I'd ordered was a deal pack that they were doing, and it was a PlayStation 4 Solus pack. So no game or anything, but they were doing a deal where you got Killzone, the standard edition of Killzone, for £390. Now I wanted Killzone anyway, and I was looking to buy that, and I think it's 50 quid Killzone is the standard edition. So it's going to work out £10 cheaper, so I thought, brilliant, happy days. Well, I turned up at the store, and apparently I was told that, we've got a slight problem with the Solus packs for the PlayStation. We haven't got any. We were told we were going to get an allocation, and we've got none. The only ones that we've got are the special edition packs. I thought, oh, here we go. It was a special edition Killzone pack. So he said, well, basically what you can do is if you pick one of the other bundles, you can have one of those. But we haven't got any Solus ones in. I said, right, okay, so what's that going to cost me then? Minimum. And effectively, the cheapest pack that they had was for £440. And it was for the special edition launch day, effectively, I suppose, PlayStation 4 with Killzone Special Edition. And also you could pick one game from a list of, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. And it was £440. I thought, I don't want to spend that cash. I didn't want to spend that money on it as regards to an extra £50. Not because I haven't got the money, but because there wasn't another game that I wanted. You know, they're doing Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty and blah 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 blah. And I didn't want anything else. I only wanted Killzone for PlayStation 4. That's the only game that I wanted. So the guy said to me, look, apologise for this. He said, we were told that we were going to get the Solus packs in, and obviously that's what you pre-ordered. He said, what we can do is if you leave it with me for a couple of days, I can phone around in the stores tomorrow, find out if anyone's got any Solus packs in left, and try and get one of those for you. And I looked at him, I said, you're joking, mate, you ain't going to get any of them in, are you? I said, that just ain't going to happen. I said, and ultimately I'm going to end up not getting a PlayStation 4 because you're going to run out of stock, I'm going to be knackered. He said, well, not necessarily, he said, but, you know, I said, yeah, come on, you know, I'm not going to get one, am I? So I was basically forced, well, I wasn't forced, I could have just walked out or cancelled the pre-order or whatever, or waited, but it weren't going to happen, so I thought, oh, bollocks, I'm just going to have to get one of the packs then for the 440 quid, and it was the cheapest pack that they had in stock. So effectively, I've paid £90 over the price of a Solus console, which is £350. So I paid an extra £90 to make it £440. And I've got a special edition of Killzone. I didn't want the special edition, I just wanted the normal flaming edition. I'm not paying extra for something that I'm going to get no benefit from, but anyway, I've had to effectively. And I've got Need for Speed Rivals, which I wanted anyway, but I was going to get it on the PC instead of getting it on the PlayStation or the Xbox. So I've ended up having those two games and paying a bit extra for it. And what made me laugh is another guy behind the counter says, oh yeah, he says, but you'll get the £25 off. I said, what £25? He said, well, the £25 you paid deposit. I said, what do you mean, get it off? I've already paid that. I said, I'm not getting £25 cheaper, am I? I said, I'm still going to pay the difference. I'm still ending up paying 440 quid. And I was only supposed to be paying 390. Oh, well, yeah. So, I'm a bit pissed about that, if I'm being honest. But, you know, like I said, I had the choice, so it was entirely down to me, but I wasn't going to take the risk of leaving it. But, anyway, I've got it now, guys, so I'm going to switch the phone off in a second. I'll be home shortly, and I'll unpack it and show you what it's like. See you in a bit. Right then, guys, I've got the PlayStation 4, as you can actually see. So this is a PlayStation 4 with the special edition of Killzone built in as a pack. So you've got a slightly different box than the normal Solus pack, obviously. It's all branded up. Pretty much the same, really, I suppose, as the Xbox One Forza pack that I bought as well. So that's the box. And the immediate thing you see is the fact that it is actually, yeah, it is quite a bit, it is a fair bit smaller, the boxes. Well, it's longer, but it's thinner. I mean, that's the thickness of the box, and the Xbox One is, yeah, I'm not going to pull it out, can't be arsed, but yeah. So that's the front of the box. Nothing special on it, really, to be honest. These are 500 gigabyte as regards to the hard drive size on them. Oh, that's the back of it. Just gives you a bit of shiz about the console and games and all that funky stuff. And this is the game that I've got, as well as Killzone Shadowfall, which is Need for Speed Rivals, which is supposed to be okay actually as a game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays on the PlayStation 4. So let's do a bit of a rapid unboxing, and let's get the console out, because this is what it's all about. Let's see what the console looks like. The good thing about this specific PlayStation 4 pack that is slightly different from the Forza pack that I've got for the Xbox is actually the game inside it is a physical game. So you've got the disc for that, whereas the Xbox One was a digital download. Didn't cause me any problems, to be honest, but it's nice to have a physical copy of the game. So in the box we haven't got much actually. We've got a mains lead, we've got a little mic and headset, but I'll go into that on the next video that I do as regards to sort of reviewing the system and my thoughts on the system. I've got a controller, which again I won't go into any detail at the moment. We'll do that on the next video. But most importantly, we have the console, and it does look pretty funky, got to be honest. So which way does it go round? Yeah, that's the front of the console there. You got to see that. That's the top of it. So you've got this matte black on that side and the shiny black on that side. I'm not a great fan of the shiny black style that they're tending to use nowadays, purely because they pick up scratches really easily. A bit of a pain in the backside. But anyway, that's the back of the console. You can probably see there's not much on there, to be honest. Optical out, there's HDMI, there's your Cat 5, and you've got an auxiliary output. But the actual console it looks a lot better than what I thought it was going to look. I don't know why, but I thought this design, where it was quite, I don't know, I just didn't think it would look that great. I thought it was a bit too, don't know, but it does look nice. It does look really nice actually, and it is smaller than the Xbox, but it's not like massively smaller. You know, again, there was a big deal about the size of the Xbox compared to the size of the PlayStation 4, and yes, it is a smaller console, but it's not massively smaller. Or the Xbox One isn't massively bigger, but it's quite a sort of radical shape, really. You know, because that's a bit of a sort of wedge shape. Now, if we look at the top of the console unit, you can see the PlayStation sign there. Just get the light there, and that's pointed up. Now these consoles can be stood end on, which is absolutely great for me, because and when I use this upstairs in my office, I haven't got a lot of space left in there now, so it's a bit of a bind to have the console if I had to lay it flat like that. So the fact I can have it actually on end like that, or should I say like that, it will be a hell of a lot better. But yeah, it's I don't know whether to actually, I can't be asked to pull out the Xbox One. I'll probably do that in the next video, just to give a quick comparison between the two consoles. But obviously you've seen all that before, but I'll just sort of run through that as a quick comparison. But yeah, first impressions actually as regards to the aesthetics of it, the design of it, external design of it, it does look really, really nice. It really does look nice, and it doesn't feel cheap. It looked cheap to me, this did. I don't know why, again, I just don't know why, but it feels like a nice solid build quality. But yeah, so that's the PlayStation 4, guys. I'm going to switch all this on now. I'm going to do whatever updates I need to do, have a quick blast at it, and when I get up after a bit of sleep, because it is about 1 o'clock in the morning now, 10 past 1 in the morning, I'll come back to it in the morning and I'll give you some form of sort of overview and review of the console itself, the controller, and very similar to what I did to the Xbox One, and of course the 2 games I've got. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Speak to you again soon.